Test.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 5 of In the Nick of Tom. We have a lot in store for you. We had yet another crazy week in the NFL.
Wait, sorry. Are we really on 5? I think this is 6.
No, I
No,
think. Are you
shit.
sure?
Okay. Shit. Sorry.
Hey, cut.
Wait, are you serious?
No, you're right. Because 3 was Lord, 4 was. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see.
We can edit this.
Oh, we can. Welcome to.
We can edit this. I'm gonna use. I'm
Dude,
gonna try out.
Okay, hold on. One moment. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to look at your trade here, sir. One moment. Let me just pull it up here. Turns out, yeah, we already did 5. This is 6.
Really? Okay. Well, there's you what I know. Hello
Wow.
and welcome everyone to episode number 6 of In the Nick of Tom. I Can Count. Apparently, we have a lot to go over here today. Another wild week in the NFL with week 3. We've got Nick here, and once again, our very special guest, the man of the hour, for a few hours, in fact, Lord Maxximus. Nick, Lord, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good, except for I think I'm in portrait mode and not landscape. Let me see what I can do here.
Dude, the best thing is we're all elder millennials or I think I'm a Gen Xer, and we just get a free pass on all this.
Yes, totally.
Well, actually, let's
There
okay,
it is.
Now that you got that, Lord, let's third time's a charm here. We'll kick it off.
Okay.
My God, hold on. I'm gonna need a second. Holy shit.
Okay, hey, real quick, just because this is extra footage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the way you handicap, Quacky.
Why is that?
I just think you're bad at handicapping.
Well,
I just think you're bad.
Well, I mean, I have my moments. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but
yeah, no, you're just bad at it. You're just terrible. I'm just trying to start shit. Well, I think you use the word value too much.
Value? I'm not sure I really use that word at all. I don't even think I know what it means.
One time, Quacky's like, dude, if I have to hear another capper say the word value, I was like, dude, I always say that. Are you talking about me? And he laughed so loud, and I was like, it's cool, man. We can laugh at me. But there is value in this.
You see these videos where it's like, you're going to get the best value here. And it's like, dude, just make the bet, put on the fucking game, I want some action.
That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, so let's keep that. That's actually great for like a commercial or something. Let's give it a start again.
All right, here we go. Hello and welcome everybody to episode number 6 of In the Nick of Tom. We've got a lot in store here for you. As always, another wild week. Week 3 in the NFL has come and gone. We have Nick here and our very special guest coming back for a second time, Lord Maxximus. Guys, how are you doing?
Yo, what's up?
Dude, I've never been better.
Yeah. Nick, I'll tell you what, it's funny because with the NFL, I know since I'm in the Westgate Super Contest, I've been so focused in, the three of us have a Discord together. My picks have been really good in the contest and the picks I've given to the Discord. But you know what? I was running through TikTok, and sometimes because we have so much going on, I don't get to see everything. I was running through one of your TikToks, and it said Algo plays for Sunday. And I think you swept the board, man.
I actually did. Yeah, there was 2 pushes, so it's always weird to be like 6-0-2. And if the Lions would have won one of my cosmic parlays that I got to admit I was inspired by Lord, because Lord does this improbable parlay, and all of a sudden BetMGM is like, "Whoa, bring it on!" And then, but yeah, I did do really well. I actually find the NFL very easy to bet because I don't give a fucking shit about any other teams. I really don't. Everyone's like, dude, did you see that game? And I was like, I'm with the kids at the swing set, and I'm like, yeah, man, I saw it. I'm like, dude, hit the lab. Anyway, but you've done quite well, Quacky. In the Super Contest, nobody really pays attention because you're just crushing it. Stupid.
Yeah, it's all right. I like to fly under the radar.
I think you should advertise that a little bit more on your TikTok. Pat yourself on the back a little more, man. You deserve it.
I appreciate it. The thing is, I don't want to. I feel like as soon as I do that, I'm going to tank or something. You know?
More superstitions.
Yes,
Yeah.
Lord, what do you think about this whole superstition thing in terms of general, like just like if is it real? Do you jinx? You know,
Man,
I mean,
it runs deep with me. I'll have to leave the house sometimes when like the people around me are doing things that I know are jinxing me, and I can't even tell them it's jinxing me because that's a jinx in itself. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yes, yeah, because if you're the jinx Nazi, I don't want to use
I'm
that word.
running from the jinx in the middle of the night.
Yeah, because the only thing worse than jinxing it is having someone be like, "You're jinxing it," but I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
the better's mind is it's a scattered and scary place.
to say the least.
It's real scary.
Dude, I actually am running a ayahuasca retreat for all degenerate gamblers.
What?
No, I'm not
Sign me
kidding.
up.
I'm
Dude,
sure
I'm
it'll
not
be
kidding.
well
So,
attended.
dude, I did this ceremony and I was like on this medicine. We'll call it, I don't know, you guys, we'll call it medicine. And it's funny, I'll make it quick. Everyone's always at the end of the ceremony. He's like, the medicine told me that we're all one and it's all about love. And if you hear Aaron Rodgers' interview, he's like, I learned to unconditionally love myself. Dude, the medicine told me all the rules don't matter about like what you're supposed to do. It's like just wants to have fun. You can bring it to Vegas. It doesn't matter. Those are all projected rules from our own mind. And I say we bring it to the Vegas for the World Series or the West. I'm just
Ooh. Do you,
Geez.
you are a former professional poker player. Do you still go to the World Series and try to play every year, or what do you do?
I'd say I've gone every other year to play like two small events. No, most people don't know this. The World Series is actually like 60 tournaments, ranging from
Yeah.
a $400 buy-in to the main event. Yeah, I think we all should get together and go next year. I mean, there are some smaller events. They're really soft. They're fun. I'm still an advocate, kind of circling back to that jinx, that the more fun you're having in this, the better you're gonna do. And that's why I like your videos, Lord. And I think that's why you've taken off. And that's why I'm going to hit the over bet with Tommy over your follower count. We have a line, 25,000 Halloween.
Oh, that would
You're,
be nice. That would be nice. Now I used to count it by hundreds. Like, oh, I can't wait. Next week I might hit 250 followers. Now it's like 500 a day. Like it's starting to like take off, and it's cool and weird. And I was telling Tommy before we started, it's like the people who have not been there since day one, who don't understand like the sharp parlay mentality, and they jump in and they like call me an idiot for picking all like 17 legs to win, to turn $50 into 100, and then I'll have a 15 game win streak, and some new guy will jump in and be like, well, I just found you today and I tailed you and I lost. This didn't age well. I'm just like,
dude,
get out of
that,
my life.
dude, I'll send you a video. There's a guy. He's like, signs you're a degenerate gambler. You tail a guy on a 14 game win streak. He loses the 15th game, and you message him in the DMs and say, dummy or something like that,
Yeah.
and that's
Idiot.
and kind of for the newer people that are going to probably watch this or listen to this, give kind of the elevator statement of the sharp parlay real quick. I know you did it last time, but like what,
Yeah.
because
So
I do think a lot of people, yeah.
real quick, basically my channel has become this thing about sharp parlays. And a sharp parlay is like an oxymoron, number one, because a sharp bet is a well thought out bet that is supposed to come true, whatever, by the best of all the bookies. And then a parlay are for idiots. And when you put those two together, that doesn't make sense. But what I do is basically I'm just getting heavy favorites, and I'm giving them extra baskets. I'm giving them extra goals, run support, whatever the sport is. And I want to master this for every sport year round. And I don't mind. You've seen my record. I'm like 32-11 right now, and I'm hitting 7, 8, 9, 10 leggers every day, and I'm turning like $100 bill into $200 bills. And some guys, I'm gonna give this guy a shout out because he tipped me over $1,000 last week
Wow.
with my parlay picks. His account name is Parlay Family, and dude's laying $2, $3, $4, $5,000 on my bets, and was raking it in last week. But
Give him a
I,
follow. I think he wants. I think the family wants a follow.
yeah, give him a little follow, Parlay Family on the TikTok. So yeah, but that's it in a nutshell, and I want to do that. So I've kind of mastered that for baseball.
And you don't
Uh,
charge for these, right? You just these
no,
are
no,
you don't.
I'm not charging at all, and I don't want to get into charging and like people hating me. It's better if I give it for free, and if I lose, I'm like, hey, it's your choice. I mean, you did it, but the wins are often. I'm sitting on 74.6% win rate right now. I'm just saying. The golden standard for sharp cappers is about 65%. Would you say 64?
Lower than that,
Even lower
maybe.
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
but
If you
yeah,
have someone that can do like 60, I mean, I think that's pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah. So
I
people have just been, giving me coffee tips in the morning. There's nothing better than putting out a winning sharp parlay and then waking up to a coffee money. And
yeah,
I just go take their tips right to
five,
Starbucks.
$5, $10. Don't no shame in the tipping. If you guys
Yeah.
win, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I only tipped you $5, but you hit that plus 600 sharp parlay, which brings me to another example. You can get so you do once in a while give out these kind of juicy plus 600, plus 800, plus 1,000, which
Yeah.
are for fun. There are longer
Yeah.
shots. You
Yeah.
hit one, which is awesome,
Yeah.
and then you miss the next day, but your people are still up 5 units, and it's funny because it seems like sometimes people are like, meh,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, man. They I don't know what the metaphor, the saying goes. It's like you can be good for somebody for like 10 days in a row, but you make one little mistake, boy, and they are
Talk
disowning you. You're out of the will.
talk to my ex-girlfriend, dude. Jesus. So no, that was like an easy setup, but
Softball hit.
Well, Lord and I were talking about this before you came on too, Nick, and it's funny, as all three of us continue to grow, I've been fortunate, and I don't know about you, Nick. Lord, I know you said that this has happened more frequently as you grow, but I've been pretty fortunate as I haven't had that many trolls or people saying, nice pick, dumbass, or anything like that. But it's so funny because it's going to happen, and as we continue to, it's like an occupational hazard of what we do. And
Well,
looking at like sorry there, Lord, but like that the Colts pick that I made on Sunday. I mean, and we can get into that in a little bit because I know you got some pushback at first, Nick, when you on the TikTok live. But I mean, if that had missed, I mean, how dumb? Like who was picking the Colts really
yeah,
this past week? So how dumb would we have looked? But that's going to happen to us, and
yeah.
and as we grow, we're going to get so much more pushback. So it's weird. I'm almost weirdly excited and looking forward to it in some twisted way. But it's something I haven't had a lot of experience with. And Lord, I think you're getting a little bit.
I would give you some advice on that because I have thin skin because I am a nice guy and I like to treat everyone well. And so when people are mean to me, I want to break their faces.
I think part of that though is you own it, and it makes it so much better.
Yeah. So I have made some special videos for some people, for some haters, and I feel good about it for about 5 minutes. And people come in and defend me, and then some little like 25-year-old girl who just started betting, she's like, imagine fighting with a troll on the internet. You can do better than this. Delete. So I take the thing down. So all I'm saying is don't clap back. Just say, thank you. Sorry. Moving on.
It's tough because it generates, as we know, it generates good. Drama is like wine. We can drink $30, $50 bottles of wine, and it's great. Or you can drink $5 wine. I think the way to deal with trolls is try to crack it into a 15 or maybe or 20. But yeah, I think it's an art form. I mean, I was talking to Tommy about it. An exercise everyone can do is like, what's the worst thing someone could say to you as a troll? And like because they don't know. I mean, it was funny. Like the other night, someone came into our live and is like, said something. I was like, dude, I have older sisters. That's like a compliment. Next, but like it's almost anyway. I think that's part of the thing
That's
is the
funny.
trolls. But Colts, yeah, I want to circle it back to me because I did a live and I was like Colts. I was like, I'm not going to take the Colts because it just feels weird. It's like selling your GameStop. And then all of a sudden, all these people in the live were like, Colts suck, Colts suck, Colts suck. Dude, you're an idiot. And I was like, okay, I'm taking the Colts. Literally from the information in the live. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. When you talk about fade the public, yeah, you can look at cute little percentages and be like, oh, that's but like the next level fade the public is to use real-time info and to see where people's sentiment is and like to see where their moods are, because Twitter did this 8 or 10 years ago. They were predicting the S&P 500 one-day returns based on the moods of the tweets. And I think that this is another layer of that. But when people kept giving me shit about Colts, I was like, yeah, I'm taking the Colts. Actually, I'm going to take Colts money line. And yeah, I'm going to do 2 units on it or whatever. And it was funny because every week there's a game. I try to tell people this, that they're just shocked. It's like, dude, no, you're going to be shocked. Figure that game out.
That's funny that you say that, Nikki, because something that I've been doing with I each week, being in the Westgate Super Contest, I put a lot of time and energy into the research for my 5 picks every week. And one thing I started doing, I have a weekly photo album where I will like go through TikTok and Twitter and see like, oh, like someone be like, oh, the Steelers suck or whatever team. It's like take a screenshot of it and it's called Public Sentiment Post Week 3. And I kind of use it. It's not, obviously it's not anything finite, but it is a useful guide, to kind of help make decisions. And not every post is valuable necessarily, but it's something I started doing, and it's definitely a useful guide for sure. So it's funny.
Do you think? I love that, Tommy, and I want to Lord, do you think you're using that for your sharp? Because I know you're going to be building sharp parlays for the NFL, and people are going to think their biases are going to come in. They're going to be like, I can't take Lord's plus 20, and that was the one, of course, that cleared it for you.
Yeah. I tell you, I get in my own head with. I love reading every single comment and replying, but I will post a sharp parlay of any flavor, and people will give me their advice on what I just picked, or I think I'm going to do it this way, and I'm like, wow, the guy just made a good point. Maybe I should do that. Like I've got, like, for me, I cannot take outside information. That's a jinx thing for me. I really have to own 1,000% of it. And oh God, it makes me so angry when I let some random dude make me pick something that I normally wouldn't pick. And then I lose. And then the whole time, I'm just like, oh, I should have never done that. I don't know. It's just like I said, the bettor's mind is a scary, messy place.
Well, I'm tracking the people that are tweaking your parlays, and they're about 54%.
But some of them are not good.
Yeah, and I think the funny thing is, you're really good at soccer. No one ever wants to talk about soccer, but aren't you you're the one that posted our first futures soccer. I think it was Norway to win, or
Norway I think maybe to win their group stage, but
win their group.
Yesterday I mixed in some soccer, maybe 8 games, 6 or 8 games, I forget what it was, and all of those hit. And today I did an improbable parlay, but it was inside the Discord. It was only for Discord people. I think the odds were like a plus 1,100. And there was some last minute fluke goal by Bolivia who screwed, like Sweden lost. And I had a bad day betting today. Like 2 improbable parlays and a sharp parlay. Nothing came through.
So in the last 2 days, how much are you down unit wise?
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, no, you hit that plus 6 yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm up money. I just take it. I don't like losing because people are taking my bets, and so it even hurts more. I'm a very empathetic person.
It's really relatable. It's funny, and I know I've told Nick this before. As strange as this might sound, I get more concerned about letting the viewers down more than making more money for myself.
Yeah.
So I can really, obviously I'd like to do both, but
Yeah.
I hear you. I mean, if I had other plays out there that hit, but the one, I mean, a perfect example was in week 2. Like for my Sunday, for NFL Sunday, I only do one play a day with the video picks, and the one play that I did for my video pick happened to be the one game that that we were wrong about in the
Oh,
Super Contest. That was
that's the
Denver.
worst.
Geez, like I hit everything else, but the one, and it's like, man, like I don't, it's I can really relate to that, because to
Yeah,
me,
and I'll tell people, go light on this bet, okay? Don't throw the house on it, okay? Don't do none of that crazy lose your mortgage kind of stuff. Just go low here. Just go low. Let's experiment together, and then maybe we'll hit them hard tomorrow. There's feelings you get.
That's why I like that, because you've been someone that has been an invitation to people to, let's do this together, guys. Because don't you kind of have an idea here with, because I think a lot of people need bankroll management, and let's be honest, they're not going to sit there and bet 1% of their roll.
Oh my God,
They're
I am
not going
so
to do
sick
it.
of hearing that.
very, very
They're
few
not going to
people
do it. But I think they're going to. You told me briefly, and if you go, I just want to hear it again, to be honest. Bankroll management for the DGen, a realistic way. That's like, okay, yeah, you're not going to bet 1%, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, so like I've written out a bunch of
too
notes.
Early.
I don't know. I can't give you the whole thing right now, but the gist of it is to number one, only 4 bets a week. I don't care if you have the money.
I love that.
I don't care if you have the money and you can bet every day. It's only 4 bets a week. But this is with my sharp parlay system, and then this is why I like this system. Is like, if you do 4 sharp parlays a week, and you start out low, I'm saying, like, let's say week 1 is $100. You fund your bankroll a week at a time. You put $100 in. My theory is that if I'm hitting 75-80% of my bets, these 4 bets in week 1 are going to bring you a profit. Okay. But week 2, when you start week 2, you're adding another $100 to what you already have. So you're not just managing $100 and hope you win that every week and make it continue going. You're adding $100 every single week to your little betting nest egg, but you never go and bet crazy amounts. It is like a sense of security when you have, when you make $100 over 2 weeks, but you've also put in $200. Now it looks like it's the same thing in the stock market, right? If somebody asked me, how much money you got in the stock market? Well, I may have put $1,000 in the stock market today, but I haven't seen any returns yet. But I'm going to tell you, I've got $1,000 in stocks. I mean, this is my betting account. I've got $500 in my betting account by the end of the month, and you're betting less and you're winning more. And you say that all the time. I wish people would bet 1 time a day.
Dude, I'm gonna retire off that mantra somehow and rebrand it. If you can get people to bet 1 time a day, it's so hard, because the FOMO is. You talk about the bettor's mind. The FOMO has all this content. People say the word FOMO, but it's all this unconscious crap that only you can clear in our weekly Vegas ayahuasca ceremony. Like, it's like, but yeah, I mean, 1 bet a day, man, it's hard for me. I can barely do it. I don't. I mean, today I can. On Mondays I can. On Tuesdays. But like, did I bet just the Colts on Saturday? No.
Yeah, it's something that the FOMO is so, especially if you're as immersed in it, like on social media as we are, where you see all, so many people with picks. It's like, oh, that looks good and that looks good. And
dude, it's like advertising channel.
And then it's like, you got your few plays, and it's like, well, that looks good too. I feel good about all these, so those will hit, and I can sprinkle a little bit there, and then next thing you know, I mean, it can work out, but it can also not. And it's funny how that mindset, how that works. But I'd like to meet someone. I mean, there are some days where I do 1 pick a day for my video pick, and I guess I would say most days I just do that. But
you're the closest I've found that does 1, and I think you too, Lord. You have kind of. And I think one of the things, and I'll say it again, these sharp parlays protect people from themselves because it's like you get 8 games of action in one bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Listen, you get all the same excitement, maybe more, out of my 8-legger than you would, a single bet, because you're rooting for 8 different like sporting events all day, and like the odds are stacked so hard. It's just like a matter of time. Like I missed the sharp parlay tonight, but it was missed by one bet, and I think I had 8 or 9 legs there. Um,
Well, you're
the
a man of
agony of defeat.
Well, you're a man of the people, because you could be dropping it to 7 legs and saying minus 130, but you
Yeah.
don't. You
No.
do 8 or 9 and it's plus 120.
Yeah.
But I think I broke down the math on these sharp parlays. There's actually pretty decent ROI in them, and I think that as you just get better at it, I mean, in terms of like all around, it's going to be sharp. And I think the other thing too is, yeah, we might be seeing you in an MGM commercial. I know that guy.
Lord Maximus here.
That MGM, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I could definitely.
Do you guys have anything going, eyes on the prize for this week? Soccer, NFL. I know, Tommy, you kind of keep it tight-lipped because you're second in the Super Contest, which pays a cool $1 million. No biggie there. But anything, Maximus, for you on like just straight up games? I know you're capping daily with the sharp.
Yeah,
parlay.
so I'm starting to eye the World Cup is fast approaching, and really, I really want to do a futures TikTok.
Can you get a futures TikTok for everyone? Because a lot of people don't know World Cup and they probably want one.
World Cup is going to be amazing. That is like my favorite sport. I like this sporting event more than I like the World Series, the Super Bowl, all of it. Wow. It is passionate and exciting, and there's got a lot of money to be made there, especially betting on group winners. It's going to be nice.
I actually think you're right, and I'm ready to tell every single bet you produce. Yes. But only one a day.
Yes.
Well, Tommy, and give us one sage advice from someone who's in second in the Super Contest. So the Super Contest every year, get real quick, because we don't. Sorry, we should have gone. Super Contest is like a World Series of poker tournament, kind of for betting.
I mean, I guess in a way. So it's lasts the entire NFL regular season. You pick 5 NFL games against the spread each week, and then there's a prize structure similar to a poker tournament, sure. But yeah, it's you 1 point for a win, half a point for a push, and then whoever has the most points at the end is the winner, quite simply. But yeah,
does last place get a prize like Fade God?
No, I don't. Not that I'm aware of. But yeah, my entry's tied for 4th right now. And it's a great start, but there's such a long way to go. I'm trying not to. It's definitely exciting, but at the same time, I mean,
keep it grounded.
Yeah, got to keep it grounded.
He's in 80th place, guys. So don't even worry about
and
it.
You have to have your picks in by tomorrow, right? On Wednesdays.
Only if you take a Thursday night game, which we never do, because it's like a perfect example was with the Jaguars. We got the Jaguars last week at +7 because the lines were locked in on Wednesday night. But since then, the line moved to I think it was 3 or 3.5, in real time. So we took the Jaguars +7 because we're getting so much more line value there. If you lock a game, and let's say you didn't take the Jaguars, you took a Thursday night game, you had to have your picks in by that Wednesday night, and then that line went down on Thursday, Friday, or even Saturday. Now you kind of missed out on what we call a free square, where that line, if you didn't have that game already, it's like, damn it, that was maybe an easy win, if you had just waited. So that's kind of why we don't take a Thursday game. But if you are only taking Sunday and Monday games, then they have to be in by Saturday. So
strategies.
Yeah. So it's been a really wild year. This is through 3 weeks. This is the most wild start that I can remember. There's a couple games that have, I'll say, caught my eye. that Patriots Packers game, I don't know about that. That spread seems a little. I need to, I haven't really been able to dive in yet, but I will the next few days. That line seems a little bit weird to me, and this is coming from a Packers fan, a lifelong Packers fan. I mean, I know it looks like Mac Jones is going to be out, and they have Brian Hoyer, but I mean, what has Green Bay done to impress you so far this year? Because to me, a Packers fan, zilch, nothing. Nothing. I mean, look, they barely beat Tampa last week. I mean, and Tampa had like half their team was injured. I mean, it's like, and Belichick is known for taking away your best weapon. I don't even know what Green Bay's best weapon is.
Brett Favre's advertisements.
Yeah, sounds like they could tie this week.
Take that.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's stop it there, man. That's too good.
So that's one game I don't know what I'm gonna if I'll take in that game, but it definitely caught my eye. So we'll see what happens, but I'll have my plays out in the Discord on Saturday night or Sunday morning. So
right on.
And thanks, Lord, for dropping the castle. We're turning the Discord into the castle, and we are all knighted.
All right, Lord, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We will see you all next week.
Take care, boys.
All right, see ya.